From 1918 to 1933, the Weimar Republic was the democratic government in charge in Germany. They were imperfect, but they did recognize the existence and the rights of transgender people. They even issued permits that allowed transgender people to officially, on documentation, change their gender identity. And they said, of course, you can live out in society as the gender that you identify with. There was even a transgender clinic in Berlin at this time, yes, in the early 1900s, despite the fact that far-right extremists want you to believe that trans people just popped up out of nowhere. They have always existed, and they have always been the canaries in the coal mine. In 1933, when Hitler rose to power, one of the first things he did was target trans people. He revoked these permits, he denied their existence, and he deported them. Yes, deported. Deportation is not just for undocumented immigrants. He deported them to concentration camps, and he persecuted them. And then we saw what followed after. This past week, that man has signed an executive order saying that there are only 2 gender identities in the United States and you cannot change them, thereby completely disregarding the existence of transgender people. The State Department, under the new Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, has now said that you cannot change your gender identity on your passports or mark X. And if you send your passport in to be changed now, you may not get it back. I wonder how easy that would make it to deport a bunch of people who you consider to be unassimilated. Unassimilated, a term that's popped up with Alternative für Deutschland, the AfD, which are far-right Nazis who are trying to rise to power in Germany with the help of Elon Musk, who has said that he's going to fund them and that they are an amazing government who need to take power. That is what is happening this week. Does it feel familiar? Does this feel like something being set in motion as we talk about ICE raids, as we talk about remigration, as we talk about assimilation, which was also included in an executive order this week by that man, 4547? The issues that have been targeting transgender people in this country for years, the uptick in violence, especially against Black trans women. This is not something that is far removed from you just because you're cisgender, just because you're not trans. This is about attacking people who are trying to live, attacking someone's humanity, dehumanizing them. If they can so easily do that for this population, what makes you think they're not coming for you next? I know it's very easy to look down your nose at trans people and think, wow, they're weird. I don't like them. I don't like this. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm sure you make people uncomfortable too. I'm sure there's a lot of things about you that make white supremacists uncomfortable. And so maybe it's time to stand up and pay attention and start fighting for everybody's rights.